Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. So this is game number 152 of a 162 game season. It's a created franchise. The division is won. I'm in the playoffs. Really now it's just a question of how many games will I win and whether or not my second baseman, Chris Ramos, how many home runs he'll hit. He has 63 homers in 151 games. It's 152. So basically there's 11 games left. If he hits 10 homers in 11 games, he ties Barry Bonds for the... he's not going to hit 10 homers in 11 games. It's too much, but it's curious to see how far I'll go. The standings are on the screen, as you can see. The Knights, Bronx Knights, have taken the place of the Houston Astros in the American League West. They're 99-52, so I'm going for win number 100 with a 16-game lead over the Seattle Mariners. Let's jump into the schedule and get this game started. So it's a 3-game set at Chicago. Lost the first game 7-5, so this is game number 2, looking to even the series. Play game, okay. Play game, okay. Play full game. We are the away team at Guaranteed Rate Field. Got to get used to that. It's Comiskey in my head, but Guaranteed Rate Field. Madison Bumgarner is the starter, going for win number 13. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, so you can see, it says it on the screen, 63 home runs. Current record is 73, held by San Francisco Giants. We know who that is. That's Barry Bonds. So we'll see how close I can get. I mean, I'm not going to hit 10 homers in 11 games. It's too much. So difficulty is setting on hitting and pitching is on All-Star for the season. Welcome to some Major League Baseball here at Guaranteed Rate Field as the Bronx Knights visit the Chicago White Sox. On the mound for the White Sox is Jordan Balazovic, making his 32nd start. He is 7-9, the 4.46 earned run average. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich. 312, 4 homers, 40 RBIs, 36 stolen bases. First pitch of the ball game. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So the White Sox are currently in the playoffs, 5 games back in the division, and 4.5 games back. Well, no, actually they're seeking a wild card spot. So these games matter for the Chicago. They got to win or they're out. Outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. 54 degrees here in mid-September in Chicago. Partly cloudy. 2 balls, no strikes on Lukelich. 3-0. So Don Mattingly is on deck. We have a great camera angle. So will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I'm holding the controller. I'm not going to swing. Pitch is in there. Now the shackles are off. Now all bets are off. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here to lead off the game. And that's a deep drive. It is off the wall. He's going to stop at second. So it's a leadoff double for Lukelich, double number 34 on the season. And there's a runner in scoring position now with nobody out here to start the game. This is a replay. Almost hit home run number 5. Next up is Don Mattingly. 336, 23 homers, 100 RBIs. He's the first baseman for the Bronx Knights. And that's a hard ground ball. 1 hopper to the second baseman, throws to first. And the runner moves to third, so at least it's a productive out. Starting lineup, Max Lukelich is in center, Don Mattingly is at first, Chris Ramos at second, Michael O'Rourke in left, Jacob Salazar is the shortstop, Benny Lo Cicero in right. Matt Saps is your designated hitter, Matt Termini is at third, and Anthony Mello is batting 9th and playing catcher. Chris Ramos, 364, 63 home runs. 161 RBIs. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. High and inside, ball 1. So as the graphic before the game stated, there's a chance he's 10 home runs in his final 11 games. Outside corner, backdoor slider, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Ramos. Switch hitter batting from the left side. And he pops him up. Shallow. Is it deep enough to get him home? No, it's not. No, it is not. So fails to get the runner home. There's 2 away with Lukelich standing over there at third base. So the cleanup hitter, Michael O'Rourke, left fielder's hitting .337, 35 homers, 110 RBIs. He's certainly no slouch, but he needs a hit to get that runner in from third. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, was the starting left fielder for the All-Star game this season. Outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lukelich leads off third. Top of the first inning, no score here at Comiskey. Pitches high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Thank you for joining the stream. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Please like the channel if you can. Outside corner, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're watching on YouTube, that is. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. A little late on the fastball. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Runner leads off third. And that's a lazy fly ball to right. Reggie Jackson makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand the runner at third, and after a half an inning of play, it's the Bronx Knights nothing. Chicago coming to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights is Madison Bumgarner. In the year 2024, he is not the starter he used to be. He's more of a veteran, but he's 12-4 with a 3.99 earned run average. And leading off for the White Sox, Sean Root, center fielder, 281, 3 homers, 26 runs batted in. First pitch of the game from Madison. Late on the fastball, strike 1. So the Bronx Knights are 99-52. So they're going for win number 100 in this game. It's line drive to left. Back goes Losis. Check that. Back goes O'Rourke for out number 1. Starting lineup for the White Sox: Sean Root in center, Brian Rocchio as your DH, Yordan Alvarez in left, Rich Jackson in right, Lou Gehrig at first, Chris Bryant at third, Whit Merrifield at second, Logan Davison at short, and batting ninth is the catcher MJ Melendez. So 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Mr. Rocchio, 237, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate, and that's a lazy fly ball to right. Lo Cicero makes the catch. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first. Yordan Alvarez, 290, 32 homers, 90 runs batted in. Silver Slugger last season for one of the outfield positions in the American League. Pulls the fastball foul for strike 1. It's a lot of strikeouts, 156 strikeouts. Hopefully he'll have 157. Line drive finds foul territory. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So I'm eager for the playoffs. The point of this season was to play every inning of every game. Slicing into the seats, out of play. Every inning of every game. No skipped innings. No simulated games. So I'm at 152 in this season. And he fouls it off behind home plate. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So I'm eager to get to the playoffs where it matters. But in these final 10, 11 games, I'll need to know how many wins am I going to get. Goes after the high fastball, fouls it upstairs, out of play. Not just that, but second baseman Chris Ramos on the Bronx Knights has 63 home runs. He needs 10 homers to tie you-know-who. Inside corner, strike 3 looking. And the side is retired after 1 inning of play here at Guaranteed Field, whatever, Comiskey Park. There's no score. So top of the second, up steps the shortstop, Jacob Salazar. 324, 16 homers. I think he has 97 runs batted in. Not sure. Let's see. Pitch is low, ball 1. Misses outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Shooting for that corner. Pops him up. Right side, out of territory. Lou Gehrig makes the catch for the first out. Defensive alignment for the White Sox in the outfield from left to right is Alvarez, Root, and Jackson. And in the infield is Bryant, Davidson, Merrifield, Gehrig, with MJ Melendez behind the plate. So next up is the right fielder, Benny Cicero, 303, 33 homers, 121 runs batted in. First pitch is high for ball 1. Small strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
Benny's been productive. He's got 9 runs batted in his last 10 games. That's a deep drive towards the gap. But it will be caught. Running play by Reggie Jackson in right center field for out number 2. Nice play by Reggie. So Matt Saps, 311, 30 homers, 103 RBIs. Balazovic is pitching well so far. Went too far with the swing. Saps down, no balls and 1 strike. He was the August Rookie of the Month in the American League. And that ball is high. It is far. It is gonzo. That's home run number 32 on the season for the rookie. Check that, 31. 30 home run number 31, RBI number 104. And the Bronx Knights have an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. So here's the replay. Oof. Projected 404 feet. Next up is the third baseman, Matt Termini. 319, 11 homers, 75 runs batted in. A little late on the fastball. Over the dugout, out of play, strike 1. Change-up outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Termini has 33 doubles on the season. Not too shabby. 2 balls and 1 strike. Balazovic. And he pulls the slider down the left field line. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, with 2 outs here in the top of the second. 1 run in already. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is the catcher, Anthony Millo. Balazovic sets and delivers. And he's late. Pop up on the right side. Nice running play in short right field by Gehrig, over the shoulder catch inside, retired, but not before Matt Saps gives the Bronx Knights a 1-0 lead. So we go to the bottom of the second. Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, 266, 23 homers, 80 runs batted in. That's a hard ground ball base hit past the diving Ramos at second base. It's a leadoff single for Jackson here in the bottom of the second inning. Lou Gehrig, first baseman for the White Sox, 284, 29 homers, 103 runs batted in. So Bumgarner fumbled it, dropped it, picked it up, dropped it, picked it up, had a chance for a double play, but oh no, oh no. Playoffs are coming. Injuries are not good as the playoffs are approaching. But he waves off the trainer, he's fine. So instead of getting the double play, he goes for the short out at first base. It's basically a bunt. Chris Bryant, 297 batting average, steps up to the plate with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Slicing, out of play, strike 1. Bryant versus Bumgarner, 3 for 7. That's a deep drive. Back goes O'Rourke to the track, the wall, looking up. That's Gonzo. 2-run home run for Chris Bryant, number 30 on the season. And just like that, the Chicago White Sox take a 2-1 lead over the Bronx Knights here at Comiskey. My goodness, let's look at the replay. Leg kick, extension, one-hand swing. Boom. So I have work to do. All right. Next up is Whit Merrifield. 202. No homers, 4 RBIs. He must be a part-time player. Maybe he was in the minor leagues. Pitches on the inside corner, strike one. Bronx Knights are 99-52 in this fictional universe. That's Jacob Salazar at shortstop and Michael O'Rourke in left. Ground ball to the shortstop. Routine play for Salazar. And there's 2 away. Logan Davidson, first at bat in the majors. It must be a September call-up. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. In there, fastball, strike one. Lazy fly ball, drops in for a base hit. Well, good for him. Maybe it's his first major league hit. Let's see. First hit of the season, obviously. So it's a 2-out single for Logan Davidson. One of the flaws of Ramos' game is that he doesn't have a lot of range at second base. So the number 9 hitter, MJ Melendez, is cold in his last 9 games. Overall, is hitting .231, 10 homers, 46 runs batted. Strike one, inside corner. He had 3 strikeouts in yesterday's game. Oh, that ball is high. It is far. Back to the wall goes O'Rourke. He makes the catch with his hand on the fence to retire the side. Shaky inning for Madison Bumgarner. So after the 2-run homer, the end of 2, it's Chicago 2, Bronx 1. So we'll go to the top of the third. The number 9 hitter for the Knights is Anthony Miller. He's hitting .249 with 11 homers and 59 runs batted in. That's a line drive, base hit to right to lead off the third. Here's the replay. So the lineup turns over. Max is up. He doubled in the first inning. High off the wall. That's a line drive caught by the third baseman. Chris Bryant makes a nice leaping catch. There's one away. Let's watch this. Nice angle. Made a bid for a double down the line, but jumping snare. Don Mattingly steps up to the plate. 0 for 1. Milo leads off first. Pulls it. Gehrig over to second for 1. Back to first. An easy 3-6-3 double play, and the side is retired. So, after 2.5, it's the Chicago White Sox 2, the Bronx Knights 1. So, bottom of the third, up steps Sean Root, who's 0 for 1, led off the game with a line out. And that's a deep drive, slicing into the seats out of play, strike one. Fouls off the cut fastball behind the plate. Count is quickly, no balls, and 2 strikes on Root. I am Root. Fouls off the changeup. Count remains, no balls, and 2 strikes. Cut fastball jams him inside. Foul behind plate. We'll do it again. Misses with the changeup outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fouls off the curve. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. It's a 2-1 lead for the Chicago White Sox here in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Just misses off the plate. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off late on the fastball, and we'll do it again. Jams him behind home plate upstairs. Hard ground ball to the second baseman. Ramos fires to first, and there's 1 away.
The designated hitter,
Brian Rocchio flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1, steps up with 1 out. At the knees, strike 1. So the Bronx Knights are a created franchise. My goal is to play 106. Oh, bunt up the third base line, foul ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. My goal is to play 162 games. No skipped innings, no simulated games. This is game number 152. And it's a line drive to center. Lukelich is there. He makes the catch for out number 2. So I'm excited for the playoffs. The only thing left to play for in these last 10, well, as I said earlier, is got to get Ramos as many home runs as possible. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 0-1. Misses with the curveball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Alvarez. Out in front of the changeup. Count falls to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Looking. I don't know what he was looking for. It was right down the middle. So after 3 innings of baseball here at Guaranteed Life Park, it's a 1-run lead for the White Sox. They lead 2-1. So we go to the top of the 4th. Up steps the man they came to see, Chris Ramos, who's 0 for 1. He has 63 home runs. And it's a line drive, base hit to right. He's 1 for 2. Unfortunately, it's just a single. They're looking for him to hit a home run. But he'll take it. Leadoff single here in the top of the 4th for the Bronx Knights. So next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke, who's 0 for 1. And lazy fly ball to right field, right center field for the first out. Next up is Jacob Salazar. He's popped out in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Out in front of the changeup, fouls it off. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Gamer Proof 4024, thank you for joining me. This is Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Swing and a miss, balls in the dirt. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So it's Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Pitch is high. Checks his swing. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Salazar. So my goal is to play 162 plus. Low in the dirt, blocked nicely. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Is to play 162 games, no skipped innings, no simulated games. Every single game is on YouTube. This is game number 152. Oh, inside corner, strike 3 looking. Salazar does not like the call. First strikeout of the game from Balazovic. I mean, it looks low and inside to me, but I guess if it's 2 strikes, you got to swing just to be on the safe side. Next up is the right fielder, Benny Locicero, who's 0 for 1. Runner at first, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Changeup's in there for strike 1. It's a 2-1 lead for Chicago. This is game 2 of a 3-game set at Comiskey. Knights lost yesterday 7-5, so Pitch is outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Happy Sunday. Well, maybe you're another part of the world where it's not Sunday. Let me not take things for granted. Pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike on low Cicero. Outside, hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Matt Saps is on deck. Matt Saps already has a home run. Ramos leads off first. And it's a lazy fly ball to right center field, and it is caught by the right fielder, Reggie Jackson, to retire the side. So, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. At the end of 3 1/2, the Chicago White Sox lead 2-1. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Speaking of Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, he had a single in the 1st. He's up there for his 2nd plate appearance. He leads off here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounder to the shortstop, Salazar, routine play. 1 pitch, 1 away. So the Bronx Knights have 99 wins. They won the division at this point. It's the middle of September. They have like a 16-game lead in the division. Next up is singled on the first pitch by Lou Gehrig, the first baseman. So it was a 1-out single for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 4th. So they have 99 wins. They're going for win number 100. The only other thing interesting about this game is my second baseman, Chris Ramos, has 63 home runs. In there at the knees to Chris Bryant, strike 1. Chris Bryant hit a 2-run home run in his last at-bat. He's up there with a runner at first and 1 away. So there's 11 games left. Can he hit 10 home runs in 11 games? Probably not, but I mean, if this was a real baseball game, that's what they would be talking about in the media. Can he do it? 63. I'm trying. Slow roller. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play to retire the side. So at the end of 4, it's 2-1 Chicago. Going for number 63 today. Well, maybe, no, wait a minute. 63 is what he has. He needs 10. Yes, 63 is what he has. He needs 10 homers to tie Barry Bonds for the single most home runs. The record is 73. So Matthew Saps steps up to the plate here in the top of the 5th. He homered in his last at-bat, responsible for the only run on the scoreboard for the Knights. At his knees, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Matt Saps. Matt Saps is the DH. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Natural second baseman, but Chris Ramos is in his way at second base, so he's playing DH. Hard ground ball to the third baseman, Chris Bryant. Throws to first, in time, 1 away. Next up is the third baseman, Matt Termini, popped out in the 2nd inning. It's 0 for 5 in this series so far. He needs to get on track. Checks the swing, pitches low, 1 ball and no strikes. If you're interested in other types of video games, in addition to baseball, count as 2 balls and no strikes. I've got some other games on there. Playing SKYRIM. I have a playlist of The Last of Us 2. Inside corner, finds the strike zone. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. I have a game called Control, a playlist. CYBERPUNK 2077. So hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike here in the top of the 5th. See what happens. Yanks the breaking ball foul, so the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Termini. Payoff pitch. Did he check it? According to the first base umpire, yes, he did so. With 1 out, the Bronx Knights will have a base runner. So next up is Anthony Millo, the catcher. He had a single in his first at-bat, 2nd plate appearance. He's the number 9 hitter. Fouls off the inside fastball, strike 1. So the difficulty setting for hitting and pitching is set to All-Star, which is somewhere in the middle. Yes, there are people that are better than me, but checks the swing, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike, but I'm having fun. It's the bottom line. Termini leads off first. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Termini was not stealing. 2 balls and 1 strike on Miller. Outside corner, count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big lead over there at first. Hits it on the end of the bat. Pop up to short center field. In comes Sean Root for the second out. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, the lineup turns over. Max Lukulich, the center fielder, doubled in the first inning. He's 1 for 2. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Balazovic. And that's a hard line drive, but right at Reggie to retire the side. So 4.5 gone by. It's still a 2-1 lead. Chicago White Sox lead here at Comiskey. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Speaking of Sean Root, oh no, this is Whit Merrifield, the second baseman, pardon me. Grounded out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Misses inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Finds the strike zone, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lazy fly ball to right, over towards foul territory, makes the dive, cannot come up with it. Finds the foul territory. It is still 1-2. Late on the fastball, 94 on the radar gun. Misses outside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the curve. We'll do it again. Pops him up the elevator shaft out of the Crouch's Millo. In foul territory, makes the catch for the first out. Next up is Logan Davidson. First at bat here in the majors in the year 2024. And he's got a hit. Good for him. Late on the fastball, strike 1. So it's a 2-1 lead for Chicago here in the bottom of the 5th here at, I guess, guaranteed rate field, whatever you want to call it. That's a line drive, but this one will be caught by the second baseman for the second out. So Logan Davidson is 1 for 2. So 2 away, bases empty. And the number 9 hitter, MJ Melendez, steps up from the left side. Lefty versus lefty. It's 0 for 2. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. In there, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Melendez. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count still 0-2. Ground ball ranges to his right, to his left. Check that. Termini throws to first in time. Side retired. So it's an official ball game. 5 innings. Chicago leads 2-1. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps Don Mattingly. He's 0 for 2. He's 2 groundouts. Leading off here in the 6th. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up. Easy play for Reggie. Makes the catch, 1 away. So the man the fans came to see, Chris Ramos, is 1 for 2 with a single. He has 63 home runs. How many will he get? Fouls off the outside fastball, strike 1. Pitch is low in the dirt. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Ramos has 63 homers and 161 runs batted in. Changeup is on the outside corner. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Both are career highs. Both lead the American League. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ramos. And it's a line drive, but right at the shortstop for the second out. So 2 away. ERA leaders in the American League. As you can see, the first place Tampa Bay Rays and the first place Bronx Knights, first and second, but the White Sox are in 3rd place. So they've got a good pitching staff. Right now, they're chasing down the division and the wild card, so they're not in the playoffs yet. 2 outs, up steps Michael O'Rourke. He's 0 for 2. Slow roller bouncer to the shortstop. Throws to first. Check that's the second baseman throws to first. And Whit Merrifield retires the side. So, 5.5. Still a 2-1 lead for Chicago. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Sean Root, who's 0 for 2. Slow roller to the shortstop. Salazar charges, fires, got him. 1 pitch, 1 away. Quick ball game so far.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Brian Rocchio, 0 for 2. Steps up. 1 away here in the 6th. Low strike, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. And it's a line drive towards right. Racing over towards the line is Lo Cicero. He makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So, 2 outs, and Yordan Alvarez struck out twice today. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Bumgarner. So far, Bumgarner's had his number. Hard line drive into the seats. Strike 1. Breaking ball finds the edge. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Late on the fastball, slicing out of play. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball into the teeth of the shift from short right field. Ramos throws to first to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner. At the end of 6, it's Chicago 2, Bronx 1. So we go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Jacob Salazar, who's 0 for 2 today. It's a 2-1 lead for the Chicago White Sox here at Comiskey against the Bronx Knights. Pitches outside, ball 1. 2 right-handers warming up in the White Sox bullpen, Raleigh Fingers and Austin Adams. Count is 1-0 on Jacob. Yanks it foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Welcome to the stream. This is Bronx Knights Baseball, created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. Pitch misses. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. It's my intention to play every game of a 162-game schedule. No skipped innings. No simulated games. Short right field. Right center, Reggie Jackson makes the catch for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. It's game number 152 out of 162. Benny Lo Cicero steps up with 1 out. He's 0 for 2. Yanks it foul for strike 1. Jordan Balazovic has pitched a great game. This is a tough offense to hold down. Looks like it might drop in. Nope. Raced down by Whit Merrifield for the second out. Nice play in short right field. So Matt Saps, 1 for 2. He's responsible for the only run on the scoreboard for the Bronx Knights with a solo homer in his first at-bat. Pitches high, ball 1. Pitcher's duel. And he yanks that one. It may be... Oh, it's off the glove. He's running for second. Throw to second is in time. So he tries to stretch the single into a double, gets thrown out, makes that third out. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It's still 2-1 Chicago here at Chicago. So we'll go to the bottom of the seventh. Now Reggie's up, but I'm going to go to the manager, bullpen. Let's warm up Reggie, and let's warm up Telly, I mean. Let's warm up, not Caleb, let's warm up Jesse Biddle. In there, strike one. Pitch is low. Reggie's 1 for 2 with a single. Oh, that's a deep drive to center. Back goes Lukulich, looking up. It's 3-1 Chicago. That's Reggie Jackson's 24th homer of the season, a solo shot. And here in the bottom of the seventh, it's a 2-run lead for the White Sox. Mr. September, perhaps? So here's a replay. Oh. So Lou Gehrig is up. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh. In there, strike one. Lou's 1 for 2 with a single in the fourth. Ground ball through the box, up the middle. And it's a single for Gehrig. He's 2 for 3. Oh boy. It's getting a little messy here in Chicago. So next up is Chris Bryant, who hit a 2-run home run in the first inning to give them a 2-1 lead. So manager, bullpen. Let's go to Telly. Put him Telly in the game. So Don Mattingly, the 50-year-old Don Mattingly, is the manager of the Bronx Knights. He makes a call to the bullpen. He wants the right-hander. Bumgarner is responsible for the runner on base. He cannot win. He's right now stands to lose. Telly, 5-5 with a 5.11 earned run average. Tough assignment. Swing and a miss, two-seam fastball, inside corner, strike one. Misses outside with the curveball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lazy fly ball to right center field. Lo Cicero is there. He makes the catch for the first out. Next up is Whit Merrifield. He is 0 for 2. He's hitting only $198 on this season. Called a strike by a home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Looked low to me, but who am I to say? Breaking ball, outside corner, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Merrifield. So it's a 2-run lead for Chicago here in the bottom of the 7th against the Bronx Knights. Line drive, dropped, flips to first in time, so he gets the second out. Nice play by Mattingly, knocking it down and tossing it over to the pitcher covering. So the runner at first moves to second. So with 2 outs, there's a runner in scoring position for Logan Davidson. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. Swing and a miss at the two-seam fastball, strike one. Fouls off the curveball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Slicing foul, count stay right where it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. So at the end of 7, it's a 2-run lead for the Chicago White Sox. It's Chicago 3, the Knights 1. So we go to the top of the 8th. In relief is Raleigh Fingers, 5-0 with a 3.24 earned run average. It's the middle of September. Game number 152 out of 162. Up steps the third baseman Matt Termini, who's officially 0 for 1. He walked in the ball game. Outside corner, strike 1. Right on the corner. Chases the high fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Termini. They need a base runner. Bloop and a blast. Checks his swing. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Attendance 37,000. Not a sellout. Out in front of the slider. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the shortstop, routine play, and there's 1 away. So next up is Anthony Millo, the number 9 hitter. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Misses inside, ball 1. Pitches outside, 2 balls and no strikes. They need a base runner. A walk will do. Misses. The count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I'm not swinging on 3-0. My goodness, that was a called 3rd strike, but not according to the umpire, so they have their base runner. A 1-out walk for Anthony Millo. Let's look at this pitch. That's a strike. I will take it. Thank you very much, Mr. Home Plate Umpire. So the lineup turns over. Max Lukulich hit a double in the first. He's 1 for 3. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Low ball 1. Sinking fastball. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And it's a slicing, blooping base hit to left field. It is a single for Lukulich. He's 2 for 4. And suddenly there are runners at first and second, with only 1 out here in the top of the 8th. I think we're going to use a substitution. Hold on. Manager, substitution. So Max is very fast, but the catcher, Anthony Millo, is not. So I'm going to put Manuel Margot. Do you want to pitch run Manuel Margot for Anthony Millo? Yes, I do. So we've got a faster runner at second. So in case there's a ball in the gap, both of them can score and we'll have a tie ball game. So next up is Don Mattingly. He's 0 for 3 today. He has 100 RBIs on the season. Exactly 100. Sinking fastball outside corner, strike 1. He's hitting .334 with 23 homers and 100 RBIs. He's the number 2 hitter in the Knights lineup. Late on the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Don Mattingly is hitting .413 this season with runners in scoring position. So he's comfortable with that runner down to second base. It hits him. It hits him. So this is what we've been here for, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Ramos is going to step up to the plate. With the bases loaded and 1 out, he has 63 home runs, 10 away from tying Barry Bonds here in mid-September. He's 1 for 3 with a single. The tying runs are in scoring position with 1 out. Pitches inside, ball 1. Chris Ramos is hitting .384 with runners in scoring position, and the bases are loaded with 1 out, and they're down by 2 here in the top of the 8th. Checks his swing, pitches low, 2 balls and no strikes. Nowhere to put him. Bases are jammed. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. They're afraid to pitch to him. But on deck is Michael O'Rourke, who has 35 homers himself, so he's no slouch. 3-0 pitch. He's taking a pitch. I am not swinging 3-0 in this situation. Inside corner. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Now the shackles are off. Let's see what happens. This is the moment of the game. Line drive, base hit to center field. Lukulich rounds third, heads home. It's a tie ball game after a 2-run single by Chris Ramos. RBIs number 162 and 163 on the season. And just like that, here in the top of the 8th inning, we have ourselves a brand new ball game. So it wasn't a home run. Fans were in the seats hoping for home run number 64, but it certainly is good for drama. In relief comes James Pazos, 7-4 with a 3.51 earned run average. Keeping in mind that the go-ahead run is at third base. No, check that. Runners are at first and second with 1 away, with Michael O'Rourke stepping up to the plate. Michael's 0 for 3 today. Lefty hitter versus left-handed pitcher Pazos. Pitch is low, ball 1. Michael O'Rourke has 110 RBIs on the season, so he's no stranger to these situations. Sinking fastball, outside corner, strike 1. 2 right-handers warming in the Red Sox bullpen. Corey Blank and Touki Toussaint. Mattingly leads off second. Ramos leads off first. Inside cut fastball, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hold on a second. Manager's office. Early. Hey, Mr. Outlander, welcome. Yeah, it's Sunday. I figured I'd wake up. You got to realize for me, it's... Wait a minute. It's 10:30. Oh, it's 7:30 in the morning for you in California. Wow, you're up really early. Go get your coffee. Bullpen. Well, it's for me, it's 7:30 in the morning. So Jesse Biddle, but also going to warm up Dylan Betances. Oh, wait a minute. No. Wait. Top of the, yeah, we're warm up Dylan Betances too. Okay. So count is 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a 3-3 tie. Runners on. That's a line drive. Base hit to center field. Rounding third and heading home is Don Mattingly. And the Knights take a lead 4-2-3. Tongue-tied. They score 3 runs here in the top of the 8th. They were down 3-1. Now they lead 4-3. Clutch hit. So, Jacob Salazar steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Switches and bats from the right side against the lefty Pazos. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Jacob hitting .360 with runners in scoring position. Fouls off the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Salazar. Salazar is close to 100 RBIs, actually. Ground ball up the middle and through. Rounding third and heading home is Ramos, and he will score. It's an RBI single. Ground ball with eyes for Jacob Salazar, and the score is now 5-3 Knights. What a clutch hit. Honestly, you couldn't steer the ball any better. Slow roller up the middle. So it's a 2-run lead now for the Bronx Knights, and up steps check that. Benny Lo Cicero, the right fielder, who's 0 for 3. Pitches outside, ball 1. Now there's a runner at third and less than 2 outs, so he can theoretically get this run home without the benefit of a base hit. Get a 3-run lead. Checks his swing, pitches in there, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Benny has 121 RBIs. Swing and a miss, down and in, count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and third here in the top of the 8th. 5-3 lead for the Knights. Swing and a miss. So he strands the runner at third. There's 2 away. Got him with that inside breaking ball. Wasn't a strike. So next up is Matthew Saps. He's 2 for 3 with a home run today, his 31st. Checks the swing. Sinker is down low, ball 1. Tries the cut fastball on the outside corner, but misses. Count as 2 balls and no strikes. Saps is hitting .319 on the season with runners in scoring position. So he needs a hit here with 2 outs. Slow roller up the third base line. Charging is Chris Bryant. Throws to first in time. Side retired. But the Bronx Knights here in the top of the 8th score 4 times and take a 5-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Oh, yeah. We got going for win number 100. So, Manuel Margot is not going to be the catcher because he can't play catcher. So, manager, substitutions. We go to Manuel Margot, and we put in Roberto Perez. Do you want to replace Margot with Perez? Yes. So, the backup catcher is now playing catcher. Now I have to see what's going on with the pitcher. So, I have to be careful. It's a 2-run lead. I don't want to take things for granted. So, I have a left-hander, MJ Melendez up, manager, bullpen, lefty-righty switch. Let's put Jesse Biddle in.
Your attention, please.
Jesse Biddle's 2-3 with a 2.32 earned run average. He has 79 strikeouts in 66 innings. He has been really good this season. Inside corner with the fastball, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. Out in front of the curveball, count is 0-2. Fouls off the fastball. Swing and a miss at the high slider. There's 1 away here at the bottom of the 8th.
The center fielder, number 00.
So in case you're wondering, Mr. Outlander, after today there'll be 10 games left. Chris Ramos, the Beast, has 63 homers. He needs 10 homers in 10 games to tie Barry Bonds. It's really the only drama left for these final 10 games. Pitches outside to Sean Root. He is Root. He's 0 for 3. Deep drive to center. Back goes Lukalic in front of the warning track, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So next up is Brian Rocchio, 0 for 3 today. Flew out in his last at-bat. Misses with the curveball. Ball 1. Slider on the inside corner. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive towards the gap. It is a base hit. He makes the turn at first, heads to second. Throw to second is, oh my goodness, he should have just stayed at first. He would have brought the tying run to the plate in the bottom of the 8th, but he tries to stretch it to a double and gets thrown out at second at the end of 8. It's a 2-run lead for the Bronx Knights. They lead 5-3.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So before Corey Black pitches, and Matt Termini steps to the plate, going to go to the manager office, the bullpen. Now I can, lefty, lefty, lefty. Ooh, boy. All right, Dylan Betances, I'm going to sit him down. I'm going to warm up John Smoltz. Since I have Jesse Biddle, the left-hander, pitching, I'm going to let him pitch in the 9th. If he gets into trouble, I bring John Smoltz in. Okay. So, leading off here in the top of the 9th is Matt Termini, 0 for 2. Pitches inside, ball 1 from Corey Black. Out in front of the breaking ball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Inside. Old school 1980s uniforms early 1980s uniforms for the jams him, fouls it off down the first base line. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes for the Chicago White Sox. I don't like those uniforms at all. They look ugh. Full count to the leadoff man. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Roberto Perez, the substitution, is on deck. Late on the fastball, 96 on the radar gun, and we will do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch once more. Up the middle, it is a single to lead off here in the top of the 9th for Termini. Nice job on 3 and 2, just hitting it back through the box. Drinking my coffee. So, pitches on the outside corner, strike 1. Throw to first, he's back. You might be wondering, why isn't he bunting in this situation? It's because, to be completely honest with you, I believe in bunting, but I'm terrible at it. Fly ball to left center field. Makes the catch for the first down. So next up is the leadoff man, Max Luklich. He's had a day. He's 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Batting from the left side against the righty Black. Termini leads off first with 1 out. Pitches outside, ball 1. Termini's a really streaky hitter. He'll go 2 or 3 games without a hit, and then he'll go 3 for 4, 4 for 4. Yanks it, but it just lands into foul territory. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Mighty Max. Two balls and 1 strike. Just misses the strike zone. Black sets and delivers. Wow, he gave it to him. Right on the edge. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ground ball. Gehrig to second for 1. Back to first. Can't beat Termini back to the bag. The pitcher covering got outrun. In fairness, Max Luklich is very fast, so it's tough to get over there. So it's a fielder's choice out at second. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Don Mattingly was hit by a pitch in the 8th, but overall he's 0 for 3. Luklich should steal in this situation. Pitch is inside, ball 1. Should get into scoring position with 2 outs, so a single can bring him home. Let's see if he can get a good lead over there. Big leads, I see it. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Let's see if he takes off. In case you're wondering, I do the hitting, I do the fielding, I do the pitching, the base running, the stealing. I let the computer handle, I let the PS4 take care of. That's his strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike, and Mattingly can wait no longer. Now he's got to get the bat off his shoulder. Hitters count, 3 balls and no strike, and the most interesting thing is to see if Chris Ramos, with 63 homers, will he get an at-bat in this game? Oh, that's a drive, and it will drop in there for a single. It's going to be first and third. No, he's going for second, so it'll be a double. Oh, no, he ran for the plate, and he got thrown out, thereby taking away the at-bat from Chris Ramos. Max, what a mistake. You got to let the guy play. Anyway, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bronx Knights lead 5-3. Do I have Discord? No, I do not. I know very little about Discord. I know it's some kind of talking thing. I'm old, man. I'm just clueless at this point. But I'm open to all suggestions. You got to send me. It would be easier probably to send me a message on Twitter about Discord if you're interested about it. I mean, if you're interested in having me be involved in some way. Don't want to take anything for granted. First pitch by Jesse Biddle pops him up behind the plate. Out of the crouch is Perez, and quickly there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. I'm not even 100% sure what Discord is. Is Discord like a voice chat thing? I think. Anyway, it goes to show you. Anyway, so with 1 away, up steps Reggie Jackson. They need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Fouls off the slider from Jesse Biddle, strike 1. Swing and a miss. At the 2-seam fastball, quickly there are 2 strikes. Fouls off the slider. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Mr. October. Hall of Famer. 500 home runs plus. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes, and the Chicago White Sox are down to their final out.
The first baseman,
Lou Gehrig. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Pops it up. Long run for Termini and Losis and O'Rourke, and neither one can get to it, so it's strike 1. Curveball finds the strike zone, and the Chicago White Sox are down to their final strike. Checks the swing in there. Strike 3 called. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 5-3. So that's win number 100 on the season. The team is 152. How old are you? 40? I'm 48. Yes, I look amazing. Thank you. Thanks, man. So that's a win for Madison. No, it's not a win for. It's a win for ttRPG in relief. 100 wins on the season. They split the series 1 game apiece here at Comiskey, or Guaranteed Life Field, or whatever it's called. Let's do this the right way. So, Bronx Knights, 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Chicago White Sox, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. ttRPG comes on in relief and gets the win. Raleigh, I think he's 6-5. Raleigh Fingers gets the loss. Jesse Biddle gets a save, a rare save opportunity for Jesse Biddle. It just worked out that way. And Matt Saps was your player of the game. However, I would argue that while Matt Saps hit a home run, it was Chris Ramos who had the 2-run single to tie the ball game at 3 in the top of the 8th inning. And then Michael O'Rourke, who hit the single to take the lead. So it all depends on your point of view. So this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. This has been game number 152 of a full 162 game plus season. No skipped innings, no simulated games. All the games are on YouTube. I have 10 games left. Time to find out how many wins I can get, but I'm eagerly anticipating the playoffs. Obviously, at 100 wins, we've clinched a spot. Whether or not I can get to the World Series and win it, that's the point of playing a franchise, is winning the World Series. And I will have no choice but to represent myself on YouTube, because when you're home alone with nobody watching, you can just turn the system off if you're losing in the 9th inning. Can't do that on YouTube. If I'm losing in the 9th inning and I lose. So that's the beauty of this situation. Anyway, the final here from Comiskey. Bronx Knights win 5-3. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, especially the Outlander. Anybody who happens to be watching this video after the fact, please check out the Outlander show. They got some really cool stuff as well on their YouTube channel. So take care of yourself and have yourself a great Sunday afternoon.